Time to head over to Little Falls Community High School with Gary Block and Leanne Doucette.
Good afternoon and welcome to the final academic quiz bowl of this year, coming your way from the Little Falls Community High School here on KLTF Radio, and featuring teams from Upsala, Piers, and Little Falls. We'll have an introduction of the teams after these messages from our sponsors.
Some people search high and low for hot investment tips, but the really smart money finds its way to American National Bank and the individual retirement account. An IRA accumulate tax-free until withdrawal, and contributions may be tax-deductible for eligible individuals. A great plan if you face retirement in 5 years or 45 years. Ask about IRAs at American National Bank, member FDIC, where serving you is top priority.
The members of the Little Falls Education Association are proud to sponsor this academic quiz bowl program. It's their belief these types of extracurricular activities are just as important to the students and their families as sporting events. There are many changes proposed for education programs by the state legislature during their next term, and the LFEA encourages parents and other concerned persons to contact your representative if you have any concerns on any of these proposals. The Little Falls Education Association congratulates all students and wishes them well in whatever their pursuits.
A serious boating accident, a fishhook in a child's finger, an infant's fever in the middle of the night, cardiac arrest. From the inconvenient to the life-threatening, you'll receive excellent emergency medical care from the Emergency Trauma Team at St. Gabriel's Hospital in Little Falls. A 24-hour team of medical specialists who, along with Murphy-Morrison County ambulance paramedics and area first responders, provide first-rate emergency care that can make a difference. Lifeguards always on duty, just what you'd expect from St. Gabriel's Hospital.
Welcome back to the Little Falls High School and our academic quiz bowl broadcast. And here with an introduction of the participants this afternoon is Leanne Doucette.
Thank you, Gary. I'd like to start off with our visiting team from Upsala. We have Michelle Sass, Christy Woidela, and she's going to be the spokesperson for the group, Lori Erickson, Amy Karowski, and Cheryl Lampert, and they will be switching off and on this afternoon. Their advisor is Sue Wohler, an all-ladies team from Upsala today. And from Piers, we've got 3 people taking a chance on everyone else today: Aaron Gruber, Tina Albrecht, and Matt Blissenbach, and their advisor is Mike Mailing. And the Little Falls High School team is Leroy Newis Jr. He will be the spokesperson for the team, Matt Maurer, Sarah Schmidbauer, and Aaron Kempeneck, and their advisor is Ron Hinnenkamp. Our scorekeepers today are Sarah Wolcher, Anita Haing, Dan Harris, and our computer timer, Amy Karowski and Cheryl Lampert from Upsala, will be switching off and on there today. And Ron is going to take us through how this is played on the radio after a couple of more messages.
But along the way, you do have to think about tomorrow. It's time you learned more about IRAs at Randall State Bank. Individual retirement accounts can take care of those tomorrows more handsomely than you've ever dreamed. Earnings accumulate tax-free until withdrawal, and contributions may be tax-deductible. Ask about IRAs at Randall State Bank in Randall, member FDIC.
As we grew in our marriage and we had children, we knew we had to have policies for them too.
For 19 years, Randy and Nikki Bryant have had their life insurance with American Family.
American Family has really provided us with what our needs are for life insurance. I don't think that you leave a good thing.
Loyalty, the mark of satisfied customers.
American Family Insurance.
See your American Family Insurance agents now. Jim Peterson in Little Falls or Willie Schomer in Piers.
Okay, we're back at the Little Falls High School. And Ron, why don't you tell us how we are going to play this on the radio?
All right, thanks, Leanne. Just for people listening, the way it works is I start reading the questions, and on the odd-numbered questions, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on, the students have a computer strip in front of them, and they get to register in that strip exactly when they think they have the necessary information to answer the question. And I stop reading at that point, and they have to give us the answer. And sometimes that proves to be more interesting than other times. And those for the odd-numbered questions. On the even-numbered questions, we'll rotate, with Piers having first chance at number 2, Little Falls first chance number 4, Upsala first chance number 6, and on a rotation in that manner. All questions are worth 10 points, with one exception, and that is the second chance answers on the even-numbered questions are worth 5.
Okay.
And so that's where we're at.
Let's get underway with round 1.
All right, question number 1. This is a toss-up. The word or phrase or clause to which a pronoun refers in a sentence is known as an... And with that information, Little Falls is in first. And also what I didn't mention is they have 15 seconds in regular Knowledge Bowl competition to give an answer.
And it goes into a computer system, which
Exactly,
automatically...
so we know who's in first, and because it's a split-second timing on it.
Who's on first and who's on second.
Yeah, that's right. And time. Little Falls, answer please.
Object.
Object is not correct. Second registered in the computer is Piers.
Antecedent.
Antecedent is what we're looking for. And that's 10 points for Piers. Now we go into rotation. And question number 2, Piers, you have first opportunity to answer. There is a world-famous film festival held annually at a fashionable resort and seaport city in southeastern France. Name that city.
Canville.
Pardon?
Canville.
Canville is not correct. For 5 points, Little Falls, can you take it?
Can.
I will
spell that?
Pardon?
It's like C-A-N-N-E-S.
That is correct.
Okay.
You might have a little different pronunciation, but we'll accept that.
Okay.
Con. That's 5 points for Little Falls. Question number 3 is a toss-up. What figure of speech is used in the following sentence? General Ferdinand Foch of France fought the foul... And with that information, Upsala is in first.
It's easy for you to
Alliteration.
say.
Alliteration, yes, exactly. It's an alliteration. Fought the foul forces is the way it ends. And that's 10 points for Upsala. Question number 4. Little Falls, you have first opportunity to answer for 10 points. The log of 2 equals 0.3010. Therefore, the log of 8 equals what? You have 15 seconds.
It's hard to believe the season's gone by already, isn't it?
It is.
Our academic quiz bowl.
Quiz bowl, the programs are over, and now we have, most schools have one more round robin in the region, and then we start the regional, sub-region, and region competitions in April.
Any predictions there?
I predict we'll hold them.
That's all as far out on the limb you're going.
Yeah, that's right. Each of the teams have possibilities. Let's see. Yes, I guess it's about time.
.906030.
That is not correct. For 5 points, Upsala, can you take it? Yeah, the way it works too, and while they're figuring it, there's about 45 teams in the region. The top 6 automatically qualify for region, and then teams 7 through 18 will go to a sub-region. And out of that, 3 teams will qualify for the region. Upsala, do you have an answer?
8.023.
That is also incorrect. Piers for 5 points.
4.
The answer we're looking for is 0.9030. And the question number 5 is a toss-up for 10 points. August 8th, 1815 was the date when Napoleon Bonaparte went into exile. Who left the White House on August 8th? And with that information, Little Falls is registered in. Taking their full 15 seconds. Answer, please.
Polk.
Polk is not correct, and Upsala is also in.
Garfield.
Garfield is not correct. Piers is also registered in the computer.
Nixon.
That's the person we're looking for. Who left the White House on August 8th, 1974, and it was Richard Nixon. It's 10 points for Piers. Question number 6, Upsala, you have first opportunity to answer. The Earth was banded by dust for months and was subjected to one of the coldest winters in modern times when what volcanic island blew up in 1883? Upsala, you have 15 seconds.
I suppose all the spring sports teams are getting a little anxious to get outdoors.
Well, this is the week everything starts, or almost everything. Several squads start this week, and the remainder of them start, most of them start next week. So it's a busy time because everybody has to be inside for a little while yet. Upsala, your answer, please.
Vesuvius.
Vesuvius is not correct. Piers for 5 points. Can you take it?
Krakatoa.
That's the answer we're looking for. 5 points for Piers. Krakatoa. Question number 7 is a toss-up. Robert Gale is a bone marrow specialist who was referring to what city when he said in 1986, "A city of high-rises is completely deserted. There is a silent enemy lurking there."
Thought I heard some beeps.
Yes, I thought I heard the computer. That's why I paused. And yes, Little Falls is in first.
Piers is leading with 25, followed by Upsala at 10, and Little Falls with 5.
Okay, time, Little Falls. Your answer, please.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Interesting answer, but not correct. And second is Piers.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles is not correct. Upsala is also in. Can you take it?
San Francisco.
San Francisco is not correct. They're actually talking about Chernobyl. Question number 8, Piers, first chance to answer. He sent Commodore Perry to Japan to open trade with the United States. The fugitive slave law was enacted under his administration. Name this president who served between 1850 and 1853. You have 15 seconds.
Me too.
How's your softball team shaping up?
What did I say about the Northville Corps? We'll see. It'll really be an interesting year. We graduated a lot of seniors, so there's a lot of opportunities for some of the younger players this year. And we've had 2 days of practice, so it's kind of early.
A little early yet.
Let's see. Piers, you have an answer for us?
Martin Van Buren.
Van Buren is not correct. Little Falls for 5 points. Can you take it? They might have had Van Buren. Someone takes your answer. It's not right. Then what do you do?
Yeah.
Polk.
Polk is not correct. Sooner or later it might be, but not yet. Upsala, can you take it for 5 points?
Taylor.
That's not correct. We're all in the area, but Millard Fillmore. Question number 9 is a toss-up. Name the American author who wrote all of the following stories. What do you mean it was brillig? The Unicorn in the Garden. The Catbird Seat. The Shrike and the Chipmunks. The Bear Who Let It Alone. And first is Upsala.
There's some little kids at home going, "Oh, that's so-and-so."
Upsala, your answer, please.
Hemingway.
Hemingway is not correct. And second is Little Falls. It's one of those authors, if people read them, they would know pretty quickly. And it's a unique writing style. Little Falls, your answer.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss is not correct. Piers.
Ray Bradbury.
Ray Bradbury is not correct. James Thurber. Question number 10, Little Falls, you have first opportunity to answer. This surgical procedure is now rarely used. It involves severing the corticoclamic thalamic nerve fibers in the frontal lobes in order to alter undesirable behaviors of patients. Name this operation.
Sounds painful.
It's hard to say.
Lobotomy.
That's correct. 10 points for Little Falls. Question number 11 is a toss-up. What is indicated on weather maps by a circle containing the letter? And with that information, Little Falls is in. Are we going to flip the coin? Answer, please.
High pressure system.
Should have been the other side. And second in the computer is Upsala.
Low pressure system.
Unfortunately, that's not it either.
Well, we didn't know it.
So the coin flip did not work. Piers, now what are you going to do? I think a key element of the question was left out that they didn't wait for.
Sounds that way, yeah.
Ely High appears. You have an answer.
The sun.
The sun is not correct. The rest of the question, I'll read the question. What is indicated on weather maps by a circle containing the letter T, and it's thunderstorms? Question number 12, Uppsala, you have first opportunity to answer. This name for an ancient country is literally translated as the land between the rivers. What is it?
Mesopotamia.
That's the answer we're looking for. That's 10 points for Uppsala. Question number 13 is a toss-up. Zinc and hydrochloric acid react to produce both hydrogen gas and with that information, Uppsala is in.
Zinc chloride.
That is the answer we're looking for. That's 10 points for Uppsala.
And after the first round of Academic Quiz Bowl, the score is Piers 25, Uppsala 30, Piers 25, and Little Falls 15. We'll be back for round 2 after these messages.
If you're looking for ways to make your money grow, talk to the financial experts at Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Piers. Let them help you make your future bright with a 30-month certificate of deposit. It's automatically renewable, pays 4.45% annual percentage yield on a $2,500 minimum deposit. There is a penalty for early withdrawal. Ask about the 30-month CD at Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Piers, the bank with the human touch. Now in their 85th year, member FDIC.
Day after I talked to them, I think they had it processed.
Bob Janettis remembers the first time he applied for financial services through an American Family agent.
It was very easy. Within about a day or so, you get all the information.
You don't have to be a policyholder to get a loan through American Family Financial Services, a member of the American Family Insurance Group.
American Family Insurance.
See your American Family Insurance agents now. Jim Peterson in Little Falls or Willie Schomer in Piers.
We're back at the Little Falls High School for round 2 of the Academic Quiz Bowl here on KLTF, and back to Ron Hennenkamp.
Thank you, Gary. Question 14. Here's your first opportunity to answer. The division of Korea at the 38th parallel occurred at the end of what war?
World War II.
World War II is correct. That's 10 points for Piers. That's 10 points for... All right. Question number 15 is a toss-up. There are 2 major areas of law. Name both. And first in the computer is Uppsala.
I see where the girls' basketball team out in Uppsala is having a fish fry on March 25th from 5 to 9 o'clock. I assume this is at the school. And it's $5 for adults, $3 students, 4 and under free.
We'll have to check in a second here.
Criminal and civil.
That is correct for 10 points. And another question for no points. Did the girls' basketball team catch those fish themselves?
Of course.
Of course. All right, 10 points for Uppsala on that one. Question number 16 on the rotation, Little Falls. You have first opportunity to answer. Name the fluid which is anterior to the lens and posterior to the cornea of the eye. You have 15 seconds.
Can you repeat that?
Yes, these questions I can repeat. Name the fluid which is anterior to the lens and posterior to the cornea of the eye.
See, it looks like the only girls' basketball team in the area still in action is Piers.
Piers, they play
Going to be
Thursday
in the
night, right?
Section finals Thursday at 6:30.
Right. You have an answer, Little Falls?
Yes, we do. Vitreous humor.
Vitreous humor is not correct. Uppsala for 5.
Is that it? Okay. Aqueous humor.
Aqueous humor is correct for 5 points for Uppsala. Little Falls needs to get a new coin. Question number 17. This is a toss-up. Organisms which depend upon autotrophs for their food are no... And with that information, Little Falls is in first.
Seems like all the schools have their spring play rehearsals underway. What is Little Falls going to be doing this year?
There's some different things going on. I don't know exactly of the dates, so I don't have the specifics on those. I didn't get it from the people, but there are several things going on, and it's, constantly, it seems like. Answer, please.
Heterotrophs?
That's what we're looking for. It's a term derived from the Greek language, and it's heterotrophs. And that's 10 points for Little Falls. Question 18, Uppsala, you're first for 10 points. What is the current name of the Vietnamese city previously known as Saigon? A couple of grimaces, a couple of knowing looks, so perhaps.
They're having spring play rehearsals underway right now out in Piers, too, and their performances are April 14th and 15th. I do think ours are in April.
Yes, it's...
I just don't recall at the moment what we're doing this year. It's
no,
a
and I'm
musical,
drawing a blank on it
isn't
right
it?
now, too.
No, it's China.
But it'll be good.
So we know.
It's always enjoyable. Question number 18, Uppsala, do you have an answer?
No answer.
For 5 points, Piers, can you take it?
Ho Chi Minh?
I'll accept. Ho Chi Minh City is what we're looking for. Ho Chi Minh. Because I use city in the question. So that's 5 points for Piers. Question number 19 is a toss-up. On what planet, other than Earth, are seasons most apparent? And with that information, Little Falls is in first. Seemed to be 3 out of 4 reading anyway.
Mm-hmm. It's the person doing the answering, though. You're never
Yes.
quite sure what's going to come out.
Answer, please.
Venus?
Venus is not correct. Next in the computer is Uppsala.
Mars?
That's the answer we're looking for. That's 10 points for Uppsala. Question number 20, Piers. You have first opportunity to answer on rotation. For 10 points, you can hear the whole question. Walt told Edna that he loved her a bushel and a peck. That quantity is equal to a total of how many pecks? You have 15 seconds.
Well, if your name
5?
5 is correct.
I was going to say, if your name is Betty, you would just need 1 peck.
Jack Peck.
Jack Peck, of course.
And that's 10 points for Piers. Question 21 is a toss-up.
Okay.
This form of dance in triple rhythm is Spanish in origin. And at that point, we have Little Falls in the computer first.
This ought to be good.
I wouldn't have it at this point.
Well, the one who hits it sits back and says, okay, it's yours.
Well, one person's there for speed and the rest of them are there for the answers. That's the way it works.
That's right.
Little Falls, your time is up. Do you have an answer?
Lambada.
Not correct. Who's next in the computer? It is Uppsala is next.
The tango?
Tango is not correct. The last one was held in Paris, you know.
You can tell it's the last
Flamenco?
Not correct. The rest of the question said Spanish in origin and has been celebrated in the music of Maurice Ravel, and name it, and it's Bolero. 22, Little Falls, you're first on the rotation. What is the number of the law of thermodynamics which deals with the concept of entropy? I spell it E-N-T-R-O-P-Y in case of you didn't get mine.
We've got a close match going here between Uppsala and Piers. Uppsala with 55, Piers with 50, Little Falls with 25.
3.
Need a new coin. For 5 points, Uppsala, can you take it?
2.
That's what we're looking for. 5 points for Uppsala. Perhaps the next question. This is a toss-up. Name the principal star of the constellation Ursa. And with that information, Uppsala is in.
Now they have a decision to make.
Let's see if they have a coin.
Get their coin out. Yeah.
Answer, please. Uppsala.
The sun.
The sun is not correct. And Little Falls is also in.
Give me some answers.
They're not flipping a coin. Maybe something's different this time.
Polaris.
That is exactly correct.
Thank you.
And that's 10 points for Little Falls. Ursa Minor was what the rest of the question said. 24, Uppsala, you have first opportunity to answer. Thallophytes, characterized by their possession of chlorophyll, are known collectively as what?
What contains chloroplast? Can we have it repeated? I don't know. What you say? I didn't either because I couldn't.
Upsala, do you have an answer?
Chloroplasts.
That is incorrect. Piers, can you take it for 5 points?
Producers.
That is also not the answer we're looking for. Little Falls for 5 points.
Could you please repeat the question?
Yes. Thallophytes, characterized by their possession of chlorophyll, are known collectively as what?
Coral?
Not correct. We're looking for algae. Question 25 is a toss-up. What is the multiplicative inverse of the additive inverse of minus 1/3? And first in the computer is Little Falls.
What was an additive?
Matt Maurer just whipped that off there. You can tell why he's the math champion of the math team.
Answer, please.
We're going to go with 3.
Well, you lucked out.
All right.
3 is the correct answer. That's 10 points for Little Falls. On a rotation, Piers, you have first opportunity to answer. Which nation in the world has the longest coastline?
Guys, what? Yep.
Now it's time to draw a map of the world on the paper real quickly. Oh my word, that one has a long one. Holdingford, who has participated in this in the past, is also hosting a meet coming up here a week from Saturday.
Oh.
Knowledge Bowl, that is. And Piers, it's about 15 seconds.
Mexico.
Mexico is not correct. Little Falls for 5 points. Can you take it?
Goes the whole coin again.
Canada?
Canada is correct. 5 points for Little Falls. Question 27 is a toss-up. The Alaskan brown bear is the largest of the living bears. It is also known by another name. And with that information, Piers is in the computer first.
Kodiak.
Kodiak is correct. 10 points for Piers. It said the rest of the question was it is also known by another name it shares with a large Alaskan island named the island, which is the same as the bear. Kodiak. 28. Little Falls, you have first opportunity to answer. Name the president who signed the bill establishing the Reconstruction Finance Corporation in 1932.
FDR.
Not correct.
Jeez, you wrote on me.
Upsala for 5 points.
Teddy Roosevelt.
That is also incorrect. Piers for 5 points.
Hoover.
Hoover is the answer we're looking for. Herbert type. 5 points for Piers.
It's getting close.
Yes, it's real tight match. Question 29 is a toss-up. What gas is obtained by heating potassium chlorate? And at that point, Little Falls is in the computer.
Little Falls has 50, Upsala 60, and Piers 65.
Extremely tight. Answer, please, Little Falls.
Oxygen?
That's the answer we're looking for, oxygen. That's 10 points for Little Falls. Question number 30, Upsala, you're first. A defense subcontractor who hired 85 laborers for 6 months to sand the handles of 14 hammers could easily be accused of what 4-syllable labor practice? That is a mouthful. If you'd like me to read it again, let me know.
Little Falls and Upsala are tied, so they really want these points.
Extremely tight going into the final segment here.
What's the technical term for that? No, it's not.
Upsala, do you have an answer for us?
Overhiring.
Overhiring. Yeah, well, close, but that's not what we're looking for. Piers, can you take it for 5 points?
Can we have
Sure, I can read it again. I think. A defense subcontractor who hired 85 laborers for 6 months to sand the handles of 14 hammers could easily be accused of what 4-syllable labor practice? Do you have an answer?
Underworking.
Underworking. Well, in the manner of speaking, possibly, but not in this case. Little Falls for 5 points.
We're all waiting for this.
I got the right number of fingers.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Another high.
Little Falls, do you have an answer?
Bureaucracy?
The answer we're looking for is feather bedding. It's in all the history books, right?
And that's the end of the second round of Academic Quiz Bowl here on KLTF. We're taking a look at the score. It's Upsala and Little Falls with 60 points and Piers leading with 65. And we'll be back for our third and final round after these messages.
Some of us feel that each day is sufficient for the trouble it brings. But along the way, you do have to think about tomorrow. It's time you learned more about IRAs at Randall State Bank. Individual retirement accounts can take care of those tomorrows more handsomely than you've ever dreamed. Earnings accumulate tax-free until withdrawal, and contributions may be tax-deductible. Ask about IRAs at Randall State Bank in Randall, member FDIC.
The members of the Little Falls Education Association are proud to sponsor this Academic Quiz Bowl program. It's their belief these types of extracurricular activities are just as important to the students and their families as sporting events. There are many changes proposed for education programs by the state legislature during their next term, and the LFEA encourages parents and other concerned persons to contact your representative if you have any concerns on any of these proposals. The Little Falls Education Association congratulates all students and wishes them well in whatever their pursuits.
If you're looking for ways to make your money grow, talk to the financial experts at Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Piers. Let them help you make your future bright with a 30-month certificate of deposit. It's automatically renewable, pays 4.45% annual percentage yield on a $2,500 minimum deposit. There is a penalty for early withdrawal. Ask about the 30-month CD at Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Piers, the bank with the human touch. Now in their 85th year, member FDIC.
We're back for our third and final round of Academic Quiz Bowl here on KLTF, and here's Ron Hennenkamp.
Thank you. Okay, home stretch of the final round. 31. It's a toss-up. The lifting power of helium is about 58 pounds per 1,000 cubic feet. So, 5,000 cubic feet of helium ought to lift how many?
What was it?
And with that information, Piers is in.
Something is missing, isn't it? To figure this out.
And Piers, you have an answer for us. Answer, please.
100.
Not correct. Second in the computer is Little Falls.
We shouldn't have beeped in, so we could have got it over. No, we beeped in.
290.
What do we have?
They're making the thing very hard for some.
No, because it was like.
Answer, please. Little Falls.
And how many is it?
290 million.
That's not correct. Let's see, Upsala.
Should we? Sounds like a good guess. 290,000.
That's not correct either. The correct answer is 290.
Can you finish the question?
Yeah, the lifting power of helium is about 58 pounds per 1,000 cubic feet.
Oh.
So 5,000 cubic feet would be 5 times that. So 290.
Should pay attention more.
Yeah, just little key things in the question. That might have something to do with
1,000 there.
Yeah, like 1,000 extra here and there. Question 32, Piers, you have first opportunity to answer. Who was the artist credited with painting Arrangement in Gray and Black, otherwise known as the artist's mother? You have 15 seconds.
Whistler?
That is correct. 10 points for Piers. Whistler. Question 33 is a toss-up. The cases for most rifle and pistol cartridges are made from what metal? With that information, Little Falls is in first.
Brass?
Correct. 10 points for Little Falls. Question 34, Little Falls on the rotation. You have first opportunity to answer. The chairman of the National Security Council also holds what other prominent office? You have 15 seconds.
No, that's vice president.
One of those questions that some people out there probably be surprised.
No, I don't think it's that. What did he say?
Little Falls, your answer, please.
Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Wrong coin. Upsala for 5 points. Can you take it?
Could you repeat it, please?
Sure. The chairman, or more specifically probably the chairperson, but anyway, the chairman of the National Security Council also holds what other prominent office?
Sometimes answers are so obvious.
Secretary of Defense.
That is incorrect. Piers for 5 points.
Attorney General.
It's incorrect. The president. The office of the presidency. Question 35 is a toss-up. A red laser light is passed through a prism. The light emerging from the prism is what? And Little Falls registered in at that point.
I'm pretty sure. You guys know?
Debate.
Mm-hmm.
It's that. No, I don't think so.
He's talking them into it.
Or talking him out of it. We'll see.
Red.
Red is the answer we're looking for. Red goes in or red comes out. That's 10 points for Little Falls. Question 36, Upsala, you're first under rotation. Glowing reports by Timothy Leary and Richard Alpert in 1963 editions of the Harvard Review were largely responsible for the widespread use of what drug in subsequent years? Upsala, you have 15 seconds.
Oh, the 60s and 70s, huh?
Yeah, I sort of remember those.
What was it?
Thanks a lot.
It doesn't mean I wasn't there, it just means I don't remember them. Upsala, do you have an answer?
Thalidomide.
Thalidomide is not correct. Piers for 5 points. Can you take it?
Something stupid like that. Something easy. Can we get it read again?
Sure. I've only read it once, I believe. So, glowing reports by Timothy Leary and Richard Alpert in 1963 editions of the Harvard Review were largely responsible for the widespread use of what drug in subsequent years?
Lithium.
That's not correct. Little Falls for 5 points.
Or LSD or something. Would it be? What is it?
Valium.
What'd you have up on the top of the paper?
LSD.
That would have been the answer to look for. LSD is the correct answer. No points on anyone on that one? I can see the answer from here. Question 37. You should have used the coin toss probably. Question 37 is a toss-up. Who was the judge of the dead, according to the ancient Egyptians? And Little Falls is registered in.
Who's it?
We'll remember.
You, no me, no you. Answer, please.
Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra is not correct. And next in the computer is Upsala.
No, guys. Are we gonna? Yeah. Okay. The Egyptian Grim Reaper.
Oh. Perhaps, but we're looking for specifically. But anyway, Piers, can you take it?
Zumas.
Zumas is not correct. Osiris, we're looking for. Question 38 under rotation. Piers, you're first. What common food is referred to in the following extract from a Kingston Trio folk song? Peas, 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 eating goober peas. Oh, I did that well.
Mm-hmm.
Peanuts.
Peanuts is the answer we're looking for. 10 points for Piers. Thank you for not making me repeat that. Question 39 is a toss-up.
We're getting behind, guys.
Name the unit of money which after 1923 was devalued from 4 to the dollar to 1 million to the dollar. And at that point, Piers is in the computer.
Deutschmark.
That's correct. The German mark. That's 10 points for Piers. Question number 40. Little Falls under rotation. First opportunity. You have 15 seconds. Find the smallest of 3 consecutive odd integers whose sum is 57.
Okay.
Pencils.
Mm-hmm. It's fun to go through and read these papers when they're finished, except some of them disappear.
That's good, too.
Right.
Time, Little Falls. Your answer, please.
51.
15, 17, and 19.
Not correct. Upsala for 5 points.
19, 20, 19. Okay, that's what I got. 17, 19, and 21.
That's not correct. Well, actually, I'll accept that. Because you did list the smallest, and that's the one we're looking for. You're at 17. So that's 5 points for Upsala. Question 41. That's 5 points for Upsala on the scoreboard. Thank you very much. 41. This is a toss-up. In what state are all of the following cities located? Sandusky, Lima. With that information, Little Falls is in. I think that was an oops.
Here goes the coin again.
I have to flip it 25 times. There's 50 states.
Did they say state?
Answer, please.
Ohio.
That is correct. The others were Canton, Mansfield, Marion, and Youngstown. That's 10 points for Little Falls. Question 42. What is the common name for an embryo in the field of botany? And I'm sorry, that's Upsala under rotation.
What was it?
I'll read it again. What is the common name for an embryo in the field of botany? And that's Upsala first choice.
And the others all go, shoo.
What's in this? What is it?
Here we go.
Can I take you? Sam. She's going to be spokesperson. Cotyledon.
Not correct. Pierce for 5 points.
Bud.
Bud is not correct. Little Falls for 5 points.
Could you please reread the question?
What is a common name for an embryo in the field of botany?
I don't know.
You guys
Have an answer, please.
Gamut.
The common name we're looking for is a seed. The common name. 43. 43 is a toss-up. African sleeping sickness has been found to be true.
Oh, gosh.
With that information, Little Falls is in.
What?
Tsetse fly.
I will accept that, the tsetse fly. That's 10 points for Little Falls. Question 44, Piers. You have first opportunity to answer for 10 points. He said, if there ever was a just war since the world began, it is this in which America is now engaged. To what war was Thomas Paine referring? For 10 points.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. The Revolutionary War?
That is correct. Revolutionary War and American Revolution. That's 10 points for Piers. Question 45 is a toss-up. What is the slope of a horizontal line? And Piers is in first.
0 degrees?
0 is correct. 10 points for Piers. Question 46, Little Falls, you're first. The following are the 4 bases found in what? Adenine, thymine, quinine, and cytosine. Little Falls, you have 15 seconds.
Piers with 115, Little Falls with 100, and Upsala with 65.
DNA.
DNA is correct. Sound like you wanted to get him to say it before he changed his mind, huh? That's 10 points for Little Falls. Question 47, this is a toss-up. Haydn's Symphony in G major is also popularly known as the... And with that information, Upsala is in. Answer, please.
The Bumblebee?
Bumblebee is not correct. And at that point, Piers also is in the computer.
I said Bumblebee. Wow. Yeah. The Flight of the Bumblebee?
That is not correct. Little Falls.
That's what it was. I know the Bumblebee.
It's one of the real troubling when they take your answer and it's not right. What are you going to do? Answer, please.
The entertainer.
Not correct. I'm surprised you didn't get the Surprise Symphony. The Surprise Symphony is the answer. Question 48, Uppsala, you have first opportunity to answer. Name the French chemist who was the first to write about the germ theory of disease.
Uppsala needs these points.
Do we have one?
We have, we were talking about the region knowledgeable before. Next week, 12 teams will be in Little Falls competing in the final round to determine the standings for the regions. I can't remember if any of the other teams that are here might be here for that, but everybody competes once a month. We'll see. Uppsala, do you have an answer?
Pasteur.
That's correct. Louis Pasteur. That's 10 points for Uppsala. 49 is a toss-up. How many sacral vertebrae are there? And with that information, Little Falls in the computer first.
Oh, that sounds right.
No Snow one's counting each other's back. So.
One.
One is not correct. Second in the computer is Uppsala.
What's your guess? 10.
10 is not correct. Piers, can you take it? Nobody's counting anyway. That's good, right?
16.
16, that's not correct either. 5 is the answer we're looking for. 5. And at this point, what we do is we just keep going until we're finished here shortly with toss-ups. No more rotation. Question number 50 is also a toss-up. Which Canadian province has the longest coast? And with that information, Little Falls is in.
That's what it's called. Okay.
Answer, please. Little Falls?
Northwest Territories.
That is incorrect. Next in the computer is Uppsala. As we wind down the year here. Uppsala, your time is up. Do you have an answer?
British Columbia.
British Columbia is not correct. Piers is also in the computer.
Nova Scotia.
That's also incorrect. You probably wanted to hear the rest of the question. Which Canadian province has the longest coast along Hudson Bay?
Oh.
And it's Quebec.
That's it.
That's
the end of our season.
That's it.
And the final score today, we have our guest, Piers, with 115, just edging out Little Falls at 110, and Uppsala with 75. And Ron, this has been a fast season, and hopefully we can do this again next year.
Well, I guess it seemed like, yes, we were just making the plans for this year, and all of a sudden it's now over. We certainly encourage people to let us know, that they enjoy it and listen to these programs. We want to do is invite Piers and Uppsala and the other schools back again next year. Hopefully they'll continue to participate. We enjoy it, and I think the young people do, and the people that listen in the classrooms and also around the community do.
I think so.
And we appreciate all the sponsors.
Right. We'd like to thank all the teams for participating today, as well as all the schools, as Ron said, who have participated this year. Today's teams from Uppsala, Piers, Little Falls, plus we've had Swanville and Holdingford. I don't think I missed anybody there. Thanks also to the team advisors, the scorekeepers, the timers, and to the Little Falls Audiovisual Department and students and staff for setting up for us, and also for taping this for replay later on in our Channel 6 public access. And also to, as Ron said, all of our sponsors. And we also want to include Royalton, one of the schools that also participates with us throughout this event. We plan and hope to be back again next year for more Academic Quiz Bowl here on KLTF Radio. And on behalf of Gary Block and Ron Hinnenkamp, this is Leanne Doucette. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Leanne and Gary. 28 degrees in Little Falls, 3.5 minutes until 3 o'clock.